Hello, hello, and welcome. Yep, Elite Series. We're still here. it's it's taking time. Some of these races are a bit long, but I've been making progress. So let's check out some of the elite cars. Here's a Shelby Cobra. Is a Shelby Cobra an elite car? Yes, of course it is. It's a Cobra. Freaking hell. These cars are awesome. Look good, sound good, and yeah, who cares how they drive? They're old 60s cars, come on. But yeah, I really dig these cars. And so, yeah, finishing up this series, can't remember what it's called, but it's the Shelby Cobra against the Corvette Stingray, basically. Was good fun. I've got my little Shelby Cobra, so cool. And I gotta say, in this game, Shelby Cobra actually drives quite nicely. I was expecting, it to be like the other muscle cars in this game are like pretty overpowered and uncontrollable, but no, the Shelby's quite nice. There's an example of it. You can see the two Shelbys out in front going around Stowe Corner. They're just nice and smooth, and the Corvette's kicking its ass out. That is pretty realistic, I must say, because that is just exactly what I would imagine would be happening in reality. So, yeah. So it is March the 20th. I checked the game this morning, and mine's still working. So, I think we're hours away now from the conclusion of Real Racing 3. I'm not sure like what time the servers will get switched off, so yeah, I managed to get a little bit done this morning. I was buying sports cars. But yeah, I've made it as far as elite. I didn't think I'd get past the Master Series, but yeah, made it into the Elite Series. So that's as far as the quest for 100% will go. Hopefully with Project Resurrection we can continue. It seems like that's going to be the case, that you can carry on from your save files. So we'll just have to see when it eventually comes out. So there we go, a series completed and a massive reward of 25 gold. Now there's this. So when I say the M5 has an exclusive series, and it's like, why? It's like the worst BMW in the game. Maybe it isn't the worst BMW in the game, but there's so many better BMWs, and this little Z4 is one of them. This is such a cool car. It looks good, and it drives nicely, and yeah, man, I like this little Beamer. And in this series, it's like these GT cars, race cars. This is what I was talking about in the previous video with the R3 spec cars, where they had 4 of these R3 spec cars, each with their own event, which is like each one has its own exclusive series, but you don't have to be fully upgraded. In this series, these GT cars, you race each other. You race against the different cars. So yeah, I'm doing just a quick to kind of just show you. Yeah, I'm doing this head-to-head against the Nissan. So, and there's also the Aston Martin, and yeah, that is a Valentino Rossi line through the corkscrew. It took that one a bit rough. I wasn't trying that. I just missed that completely because I'm in front, so there's no need to be cutting the corkscrew. But yeah, this is the kind of series where you get to, it's not all the same car, and that it just makes it a little bit different. Because what you can do is, in terms of the PR, I've only got, I think, 7 upgrades on this Z4. because that's as many as I needed to get enough trophies to unlock that Nissan. And then if there's no exclusive series, why spend gold on upgrading this car? So I didn't. It's only got the $R upgrades on it. But I'm using this car now. Its PR is way below where it should be to compete in this tier of event. So, and it doesn't look like it, but there is a bit of a challenge because that Nissan it has a much higher PR than the BMW. Unfortunately, it's being driven by a bot, which is a bit rubbish. But and in these short races, it won't come across. But in the cup races, I don't want to show you a cup race because, geez, they're like 5 laps long, and it's like one video for one race. So yeah, but still, I mean, yeah, it's just a bit of a different challenge, and having all the cars be the same car. So now we're going to go to the Speedway, and I'll show you the Nissan, because this is a great car. There's the Aston Martin lining up on the grid. There's also the Ford GT, I don't know, Le Mans or whatever it is, a GT2 car or GT3, I don't know. But there's a Ford GT as well. That's actually the first car in this series. And man, I really like this Nissan, especially in this game. I gotta tell you, I usually put steering assist to low on the Speedway, and I didn't do that here. I forgot about that. I didn't realize it was the Speedway until it was too late to put steering assist to low. And that just gives me, I don't know, there's a bit of like auto braking. It kind of helps you because you can be going around these corners. This Nissan was actually no problem without the steering assist, but some cars, Corvettes and such, you go around these corners and the next thing you know, it's just spinning, just out of nowhere. Which, yeah, it's in reality that can happen, but you would be able to feel it happening before it happens. I got into the wall a bit there. And you'd be able to ease off and whatever, but yeah, in the game it's just out of nowhere it starts sliding, and the Nissan, and like these cars will start sliding. Some cars just swap ends immediately. There we go. I did that just for the video. Let's drift it through turn 3 at Indy. Why not? So, yeah, this was a really cool series, and this is the kind of series I wish there was more of these in Real Racing 3. Because, yeah, it's fun to drive Bugattis and that and race against Paganis, and that was also a really cool series. But when you get race cars, and they're all, like, in reality, these cars would be racing together in some sort of racing series, maybe an endurance series or something like that. And that's cool because certain cars are better than others in certain aspect. Maybe one's better at cornering, the others are quicker in a straight line, like the good old days of the Minis racing in the touring cars against the V8s. It was freaking amazing racing that. The little Mini, so agile and nimble in the corners, just caught up, and then these big V8s just came storming past them on the straight. But then the Minis wouldn't quit. They'd fight to the end. There's more corners than straights on most racetracks. So, yeah, now we're at Indy again, but this time we're doing the proper road course. And here's another cool BMW. This is the M3 GT. I think it's a GT2 is what they call it. And yeah, a freaking amazing car. Again, I like the old BMW racing stripes and the BMW racing colors, and again, handles nicely. this Beamer and that Audi R8 LMS Ultra, the black one that you use for it's got an exclusive. That Audi has got an exclusive series, and it's like the cheapest car in the game to fully upgrade and get an exclusive series and get an endless endurance race. It's where we all started doing endless endurance to shoot through levels of fame to collect tons of gold. It all started with that car. And this car and that Zephyr are very, very similar. So why don't we have exclusive series? Maybe Project Resurrection can make an exclusive series for us. We'll see. They're talking about sort of changing a few aspects of the game. Better performance at 60 frames. And I've seen some talk of the service times being reduced, because I don't think we're going to get ads, because they can't make money from using EA's game. So I've seen some talk of that, and also higher rewards. So we'll see. Maybe they can add exclusive series. So that would be cool if they could, and I would want some more BMWs, because we have all the others. So more BMWs would be good. Anyway, so that's not achieving anything here in this video. Just wanted to show you some cool cars. And yeah, there's another 25 gold for completing that long series. I've got one more video before I think the servers will be switched off. So stick around for that. And in the meantime, have a good time all the time, guys. Cheers.